Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to describe what I eat as I run and when I lift. At the moment I'm running roughly 40 kilometers per week and I'm also lifting 6 days up to 6 days a week. So I'm just going to describe what my diet is, pre-workout, post-workout, my recovery and so on. So today I am about to do my final longish run before the Dubai half marathon this day week. So this morning I've got a smaller run, it's just 14 kilometers. Now last week I did a half marathon, a test half marathon to test my time. I came in at 1 hour 35 minutes and 30 seconds, I believe. My goal was an hour and 35 half marathon, which I did. Now I want to push it a bit more. Can I knock off another 5 minutes inside 7 days? We'll see. But in this video, for the purpose of it, I'm just going to go through what I'm going to eat before I run, after I run, before I lift, after I lift, and so on, and just go through my macros as well at the end of the video. At the moment, so I just weighed in this morning. My morning weight was 84.3 kilos, I believe. So 84.3, not too bad. Quite happy with this at the moment. I will be doing a photo shoot later on in the year. I want to shed off probably 3 or 4 kilograms, no more than get below maybe 80, 81 kilos and stay relatively lean there. But for now, currently quite happy with my physique. Obviously, I'd like to be a bit leaner like everyone would. Also like to be a bit stronger like everyone would. But this is the name of the game. There's no finish line with fitness. But now I'm about to have my first meal before I run and we will get into the video from there. Right guys, so pre-workout meal, here we have it. This is 100 grams of cream of rice, 1 scoop of protein and half a banana. So this is coming in at 93 grams of carbs, 23 grams of protein and just 2 grams of fat. The reason I'm having this pre-workout is cream of rice is a very simple and easy to digest carbohydrate, much easier on your body to digest than something like oats because it's low in fiber and it's high in carbs. So I'm going to have this pre-workout, get this into me and then get ready to run in about 1 hour's time. Right guys, just a heads up, this is the protein powder that I use. This is called Sun Warrior Protein. Best in the planet in my opinion. It is dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free. I don't tolerate dairy that well, which is why I have it. This is what cream of rice is, just rice powder. So effectively rice just blended up, fast digesting carb. Now I used to do these runs fasted, but I heard Nick Bear say something that once you train fed, you will never go fasted again. So I just find my performance is better when I eat carbohydrates beforehand. So quick little taste test here. Oh, that's good. I also put some Himalayan salt on top as well. And speaking of thin electrolytes too, so I will have drank 1.5 liters of water before the run to stay hydrated. I'll grab a coffee as well to stay caffeinated and then get my carbs in as well. I'll do some stretching pre-workout and then be ready to hit the road for run. Right guys, so last thing I'm going to do before the run is I like to do this couch stretch. Oh, it really opens up the hip flexors, but really important just for running. Now, as you can see here, I'm wearing my Nike Vapor Flight. So these are basically race day shoes. They are amazing. They're unbelievable. I wore them the last 3 runs, so they only have a limited lifespan. So you have to really limit them to like race day runs. And just because I only have 1 more week to go, that's why I'm wearing them. These are amazing though. If you want a good pair of running shoes, Nike Vapor Flies, yes, you will pay extra. They were like over 350 quid, I think. But well worth the investment in my opinion. Now for today's run, so it's 14 kilometers. If I was doing this at race pace, my target would be 14 kilometers in roughly an hour, which is pushing it. But for today, it's not going to be a race pace. It's going to be at a moderate pace it's like maybe 2 kilometers easy, 2 kilometers hard. I'm just going to do that. So basically 6 hard kilometers and then 8 easier kilometers. So it's going to come in hopefully in around 104, 105, an hour and 4, hour and 5 minutes. So that's the plan for now. I'm just going to grab a coffee pre-workout, then we'll be ready to go. Now my fueling strategy for the half marathon next week, it will be, oh god, my hips are getting tight. It will be, so I will have 3 gels per hour. So your body can process about 60 grams of carbohydrates, so 1 gram of carbohydrate per minute. So in the energy gels that I'll be using, they have 20 grams of carbs. So my fueling strategy will be that I'm going to have one basically every 20 minutes and that's going to be 5 over the course of the half marathon. So for today, just to make sure that my stomach is actually able for them. Last week I had 2 and I was well able for, so today I'm going to have 2 again. And just a heads up with taking things like energy gels and even eating before your workout, you can train your gut to be able to tolerate more food just through repetition and through practice. So we'll say, for example, I wouldn't have even been able to do a run probably fed a couple of weeks ago just because it wouldn't have sit well in my gut. But then the more you do it, the more you can actually adjust your gut to be able to accommodate and digest the food. So now that my pre-workout meal is relatively digested, 1 hour afterwards, I'm just going to have a coffee now and then I'll have 2 gels for today's run. But next week I'm going to push it hard I'm going to have 5 gels, so every 20 minutes, as I say, and that's going to give me carbohydrates. And also the gel I got, it's got caffeine in it too. So that is the plan for now. I'm finishing off this stretch, grab a coffee, and then let's get this run done. So pre-workout coffee. Oh, so good. Can't beat it. So for the run, I'm gonna just put some electrolytes into this as well. Obviously this is really, really handy just to bring with you. I got this at the Dublin Marathon that I ran 6 years ago at this stage. I've still held on to it. Now for these energy gels, so I just checked out here, these have 150 milligrams of caffeine. Now just for context, so one espresso has got roughly 70 to 80 milligrams depending on the strength of milligrams of caffeine. So I've usually 2 a day, which is only what, 150 to 160 grams of, or milligrams of caffeine per day. So like if I have even just 2 of these today, that's an extra 300 milligrams. I'm actually not sure if I'll be able to tolerate 5 next week. Let's see. Now you wouldn't want to be doing this all the time because you build up a caffeine tolerance, but obviously caffeine, it actually is really, really beneficial for performance. It can help reduce those symptoms of fatigue, as you might know yourself. And then obviously with the carbohydrates in, that's going to give me the energy. So for today, I'm just going to have 2 of these. It's lucky that I'm doing the runs early in the morning because caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. So we always tell our clients not to have caffeine after 12 at the latest, because if you go to bed at like 10 p.m, that caffeine is still going to be in your system. So at the moment it is 7:20 a.m. So I'll be fine. I should sleep all right tonight. But yeah, that's they're the gels, and this is a cup of coffee pre-workout. Looking forward to the run now. I just want to get out there, get moving, and as I said, it's going to be 2 kilometers at an easy pace, 2 kilometers at race pace, and then we're just going to repeat that for 3 to 4 sets until we hit 14k. So I won't be recording any of the run. I'll just record the next bit on my phone, post-workout thoughts, and I will see you on the other side. All right, so post-run, I actually did 15k, not 14. I just added on an extra kilometer because I would have had to walk back to the apartment, so it was just too long. I said, feck it, I may as well go one more. So my time was 1 hour and 7 minutes 27 seconds. Average kilometer split was 4:27, so not too bad. If this was race pace this day week, ideally I do this 3 minutes faster. That'll be my 15k target, which would be 1 hour 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I've all the times basically remember, what's the word I'm looking for? I've all the times memorized in my head for next weekend. Fueling strategy, so I had 2 gels, one at 5k, one at 10k. It felt quite good. And now look at these morning views. Look at this. Amazing. Amazing. So plan now for the day. Get some food, which I'll show you, my post-workout meal. Do a bit of work. I've got some consultations later on as well. I don't just run and lift, I also work. So we coach clients obviously all over the world. And look at these views. Amazing stuff. All right, so feeling pretty good now. Body's feeling good. That's the last real proper run. And then next weekend, let's just max out, give it my all, and we'll see where it takes us. Post-workout fruit bowl. Look at this selection. You also got some of this. Alrighty, so post-workout meal 1, this is the fruit bowl that I showed you from Spinneys. This has 154 calories, 39 grams of carbs, and basically no protein or fat. I always like to have this post-workout, just a fast digesting carbohydrate, and it's also something to look forward to too, if you have a sweet tooth. Now, what I want to talk about as well is just the difference between training for performance versus training for aesthetics. So all my life, I'd say, at least in my 20s, I used to focus more so on just training for aesthetics. Aesthetics is where you want to look shreddy, you want to look good, and then this can sometimes come at the expense of your performance, whereas training for performance is you want to hit a bench press PR, you want to run hopefully next weekend a 90-minute half marathon, you want to do a sub 25k. In my opinion, setting performance-based goals is way more fulfilling, way more enjoyable than just setting aesthetic-based goals. Yes, I do want to look good, yes, I do want to be fit, yes, I want to have six-pack abs, but in the past, especially after bodybuilding, I had to get out of my own head. I just put way too much emphasis on how I looked, and I felt like freaking shit. So if you are going through a period where you want to improve your performance and your body composition, my personal opinion is set performance-based goals, and as a byproduct of wanting to get stronger, wanting to get fitter, wanting to just we'll say, improve yourself, improve your performance, you will start to look better. Like if you want to, we'll say, aesthetically look pleasing in your upper body, you want to build a big chest. If you set your focus on building up your incline dumbbell bench press, building up your bench press, or you want bigger legs, building up your rear foot elevated split squats, your back squat, if you focus on pushing the numbers, I promise you, you will build more muscle and you look better as a byproduct. So at the moment, like my calories, they're probably, we'll see them at the end of the day what they will be, but if I'm in a cut now, which I will be in a mini cut for my photo shoot, but I'm not going to go too extreme. When you're in a cut and when you're really cutting, it's like your energy is low. Yes, your body fat percentage is lower, but there's a big trade-off for that. And personally for me, I like to say now between like 10 to 12% body fat, where I've abs year round, but I'm not completely depleted. I'm probably averaging 3,200 calories. And I actually am enjoying my workouts too. That's the other trade-off, that if you go super low calorie and you want to get very lean, your workouts will suffer. Like when I was doing my bodybuilding, I got to a point where I was too lazy to walk across the gym to get a weight to pick it up because my energy was so low. But now I'm loving my training, I'm loving my routine at the moment, where I'm eating a decent amount of food, I'm pushing my performance in the running, in the gym, and I don't feel depleted of energy. So that is the difference between performance and aesthetic based goals. And in my opinion, if you focus more on your performance, the aesthetics will follow. Okay, so about to get some of this fruit bowl into me. I freaking love it. And now plan for the day is I'm going to do some work, so I'll show you a work block, something we're working on in Mac Lifestyle Fitness, and I'll also go through some of my proper post-workout meal, which I'll be having shortly. So this is our school community. We have a Mac Lifestyle Fitness, which we'll be launching with our clients this week. And it's something I've been working on for nearly 2 years at this stage. So School, for anyone who doesn't know it, it's basically an online education platform, and it's also where you can build a community. And essentially, we have for our clients that we're launching is we've got a lot of these different modules, because look, when someone comes to work with us, I just don't want them to see this as a program. Fitness is not an end result. You don't win at the game of fitness. The goal of this game is to keep on playing. And the more education, the more knowledge you have, the more you'll be able to bring with you and just take that with you going forward, so you can essentially make a lifestyle change. That is why our business is called Mac Lifestyle Fitness. We want our clients to make a lifestyle change, and for this just to become the norm, part of their identity and who they are. So we've essentially built out a course curriculum for our clients where it's like self-paced, and you can do, or it will be self-paced, you can do it at your own pace. And we've got a lot of different modules here. So we'll say mindset mastery, everything starts with your mind. If you mentally, if you physically have an idea of where you want to be, but mentally your mindset is not ready, you're never going to achieve your body transformation. You're going to self-sabotage, you're going to doubt yourself, you're going to find a way to get back to a point where you're comfortable with. So some of the things we coach our clients on with the mindset would be your 5 to Thrive daily routine, becoming a success story, finding your why, enjoying the process along the way, where sometimes you're so focused on the finish line that you need to just focus on the journey of actually getting there. Your identity, self-sabotage, taking ownership as well and not blaming anyone else, the importance of self-belief, breaking bad habits, and the 5 phases of our high-performance health program. So that's why everything really does start with your mind. But then other ones we have is on recovery. You can only train as hard as you can recover. 2 modules on nutrition. Nutrition part 1, this is all more so like just about calories, macros, sustainability, your shopping list, Aldi shopping list, protein cheat sheet, carbohydrates, fats, micronutrients, what to eat before your workout, fluid and electrolytes, supplement guide, and a summary of everything, along with the meal plan that I followed to lose 33 pounds of body fat. Then nutrition part 2, this is where, don't even moving that around. Nutrition part 2, then this is just more like advanced stuff, like just maybe fueling strategies you can use for like half marathons and whatnot. Along with just some lifestyle tips as well, like what to do when you're eating out at restaurants. And then we've got 2 modules on training part 1. This is like how to build a strong foundation in fitness. So, to build muscle, the key to building muscle and strength, training intensity, how often should you train, choosing the right exercise for you and for your body, how to take technique videos so our coaches can assess them, along with progressive overload too, which is like the most important principle when it comes to lifting in the gym. Our second training module, this is how to level up your training with more advanced strategies. And then we also want a diet periodization. So essentially how to take control of your nutrition. If you want to build muscle, you want to take some maintenance breaks, you just want to chillax,
hold your current physique or you want to go into a fat loss phase, we've got basic training on each. And the best thing is you can also download the slides, or members will be able to, so they can like read over this again if you learn better through reading rather than just through watching videos. Then we also want to just season on a lifestyle, because let's be real, we don't coach any bodybuilders. A lot of our clients are just busy working professionals who work over 40, 50 hours a week. They want to look good, but they also want to have a social life too. So the weekends, the 90-10 principle, not letting your weekend be your weekend. Alcohol intake, how to stop weekend binging, restaurants and eating out, Christmas, so navigating the Christmas holidays, a goal setting masterclass if you want to set some goals for yourself, the process to actually do that. What happens when the scale is not moving, and then for female clients also the menstrual cycle. So that is something I cannot wait to launch this, because I've honestly been working on this for probably over 2 years on and off, and it's just great now to see all the hard work come to fruition. We also have a call recording, so I do a call every Monday with our clients, and then Ollie, one of our coaches here, Mac Lifestyle, fantastic coach, he does the call usually on a Thursday as well. So that's like some of the work that we do in the background. Obviously, we coach our clients as well, but I'm really excited about joining and setting up the school community, and I know our clients will love it.
Right guys, so here is my proper post-workout meal. I don't want to tilt this too much, it's going to fall. I've already eaten my eggs, but it was basically 2 whole eggs, 125 mils of liquid egg whites with some spinach thrown in there, and then this is my big bowl of porridge. Would you believe this is only 60 grams of porridge? It's just cooked in a lot of water, and I also have some cacao powder thrown in there as well, along with some psyllium husk, which is really good for your gut microbiome. We've got some blueberries in there too, and this is one of my favorite meals of the day. Just macros there for the entire meal. So with the 2 whole eggs, 125 mils of liquid egg whites, along with the spinach, along with the 60 grams of porridge with cacao powder, it's coming in at 593 calories, 47 grams of carbs, 18 grams of fat, and 41 grams of protein. So perfect post-workout meal. It's going to be satiated and it's going to be filling. And again, this is all single ingredient whole foods. Like when you eat more single ingredient whole foods, you will create a lifestyle where you don't even want to cheat in your diet, because you just feel so good eating good, satiating food. And that's what we really coach our clients on, is that you want to eat like an adult, and you want to eat in a way that you don't need to cheat in your diet. If you always need to cheat in your diet, it's not a very good diet. But in my opinion, look at this, like delicious, nutritious, big bowl of oats. It's going to keep me satiated, going to keep me full. I'm going to have to be train hard, but I'm going to down this. Quick taste test for the camera. So good. More food to come, but that is my main post-workout meal.
So on a Sunday, I always like to plan my week out. And one thing I'm planning at the moment with our clients, which I'm really excited about, is a photo shoot next Easter. And this is one of our guys who's going to be doing the photo shoot. His name is Adrian. So if you see the date here, 3rd of September 2024, that was his before picture. And now here we are 5 months on. Look at that. Look at those changes. Okay, 5 months apart. He's about 16 kilos in the difference there. And just phenomenal stuff. Okay, phenomenal stuff. So this is awesome. And just if you're curious, what did he do or how did he get there? Aiden is just training about 4 times a week at the moment. So he's doing an upper, a lower, a push, and a pull, which I freaking love that workout split, by the way. He uploads his pictures, he tracks his weight. His weight there was 73.9, and we just give him one-to-one customized training, nutrition coaching, all in one there. My team and Ollie's doing phenomenal work with them. And that just goes to show what is possible with a bit of structure and with a bit of routine. So the reason I love photo shoots myself is that a goal is a dream with a deadline. And when you set out a goal, but you also have a tight deadline to get there, sometimes like holidays can work well, just simply because you cannot push the holiday out or photo shoots in this situation. It can certainly increase the urgency and just the level of effort you're willing to put in. But shout out to Aiden, retired athlete, and just phenomenal results. And this goes to show what is possible: a bit of structure with a bit of routine, and one-to-one accountability in coaching.
Right guys, meal number 3 about to go down. This is 200 grams of cooked chicken, 150 grams of cooked white potato, and just 200 grams of cooked vegetables too. Now you will notice the formula for the rest of my meals today is that they're generally high protein, high fiber, and a moderate or low serving of carbohydrates. I also will have half an avocado too with this, just to get some healthy fats in. But carbohydrates, the reason I structure my meals like this, there's a formula to it, there's a reason behind it, is because pre-workout you need your carbohydrates to give you energy for your performance. Post-workout carbohydrates will help you recover. But then any other meals outside of that, if especially you're focused on like aesthetics and also performance, which I already mentioned, you don't need as high an intake of carbohydrates, simply because carbohydrates give you energy. So if you structure your carbohydrates around your activity levels, that's what I personally found has worked well. So for anyone watching the video, what I personally recommend is that you get about 50% of your daily calories, carbohydrate intake, in your pre and post workout meal. So if you're having 200 grams of carbs per day, at least 50 grams or at least 100 of those grams in total should come in your pre or post workout meal. Now, on my fitness pal, so this entire meal, the chicken, potatoes and the avocado and veg, it's coming in at 616 calories. Now, obviously the avocado has come with this. And we've 20 grams of fat and 70 grams of protein and just 30 grams of carbs. So like this is a very, very high protein, relatively low carb meal. It's going to keep me satiated, going to keep me full, and looking forward to getting into it. So quick taste test, I've got some added curry powder with the chicken. Oh, it is really, really good. Really solid. The meat over here in Dubai, it's not as good, as it is back home. But when you add a bit of flavour to it like this, it does taste good. But that is meal number 3. Gonna get this down and do a bit more work. Right guys, so meal number 4 or 5 about go down. This is 130 grams of cooked sea bass, some vegetables, basically some mixed vegetables there. This is relatively high protein and quite low calories. So this is coming in at, with the sea bass, where do I have it? It is here. This is coming in at just 379 calories with 31 grams of protein, 3 grams of fats and 41 grams of carbs. So quite a high protein, low calorie meal there. Again, at this stage there, I don't really need too many complex carbohydrates. And I find this just good to help keep me satiated, help keep me full. As well as this, so I will have a high protein yogurt bowl, which I'll just get the macros here for you. So this is 160 grams of Greek yogurt. We got some Brazil nuts, we got some almonds here, we also have some walnuts and chia seeds along with some cacao powder. Now, the reason I'm putting in some fats is because in the past, as I said in a past video, my fats were too low, and this was basically my libido was on the floor. And it's also not good for your hormones if your fats are super, super low. So with this, essentially, I'm getting in some essential poly and monounsaturated fats, which are vital for your health, for your hormones, for lowering inflammation, for lowering bad cholesterol. So this little yogurt bowl here, it's coming in at 234 calories, 19 grams of protein, 12 grams of fat, and 10 grams of carbs. So I'm going to have both these together, and then I have one more meal to go before we wrap today up. Alright, post-evening little walk. So I always like to go for a 5-10 minute walk after every meal, just to help with my digestion and also like get some steps in too. Now, check out the marina in the evening time. Unreal. Also, pro tip too, if you are going for a long walk in Dubai, wear sleeveless, because otherwise you just end up sweating. It does get quite humid in the evening, but check out these views. I haven't gotten sick of this yet. Unreal stuff. Right guys, and last meal of the day, this is got salmon, sweet potato and some vegetables here, along with some kiwi too. So this is coming in at, it's 125 grams of cooked salmon, some vegetables and some kiwi and a small bit of sweet potato, 150 grams of cooked sweet potato. This coming in at 36 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, 42 grams of carbs and 459 total calories. Now the reason I have a small serving of sweet potato before bed is because I just find I sleep better when I have carbohydrates close to bed. So this is about 2 hours before I go to bed. I'll also have some zinc, some magnesium and some ashwagandha too. They just help in my sleep and also help reduce your stress and just help you wind down. Now, why am I having kiwi in this meal? So it's not just random. Dr. Andy Galpin has done some research on this. I heard him say in one of his podcasts that having kiwi close to bed can actually help optimize and improve your sleep. So that is the reason why that I'm having this as well. And then so for my total daily calories after this meal, bear in mind now we had the cream of rice, the porridge and eggs, the fruit bowl, the 2 energy gels, the sea bass, the chicken, the sweet potato here. So a lot of meals, a lot of snacks along with the yogurt bowl too. My total macros for today are coming in on MyFitnessPal. And by the way, for anyone wondering what app that I use MyFitnessPal to track my calories. Would highly recommend you download it at least for a while. And this is coming in at, so first of all, my total calories are, or macros first of all, so 366 grams of carbohydrates, 67 grams of fat and 232 grams of protein. So I'm probably a bit too high even on the protein side if I'm being honest. I probably for my weight of, as I said this morning, 84.3, I probably don't even need that much protein. I'm coming in at exactly 3,000 calories. Now, if I am lifting, so I'm going to do a lifting session tomorrow, my nutrition is more or less the same. Because it's more, and I put a big emphasis on running and like really training hard. I had 100 grams of cream of rice, whereas usually before my strength workout, I used to train fast, but I just find I have a better kick, I have more energy when I eat something small beforehand. So I'll have, instead of 100 grams, I'll have about 50 grams of cream of rice. I won't have 2 energy gels during my workout. I feel I won't need them, and I probably wouldn't have the fruit boat as well. So my calories on my running day today, it's about 3,000. On my training day, if it's like an upper body training session, it's going to be about 2,600, and I would just basically keep my protein relatively the same, my fats relatively the same, and just scale back some of those carbohydrates. If I am doing a hard leg session, I might pump up my carbs by maybe 50 grams or so, just to help me recover and to fuel my performance. But that's a full day of eating for me, so I get through quite a bit of food. And I've tried out with a few different things. Personally, I like to eat roughly 4 meals a day. So at the moment, I'm eating a bit more than that, which isn't always optimum. But the reason I'm doing it is just because it works for smaller portions. Sometimes I find with my digestion, if I'm not eating like huge meals beforehand, I feel I'm able to digest them that bit better. But that's a full day of eating this day week. So as of recording this, we're 1 week out from the half marathon. So ready to bring it next weekend, and hopefully it all goes well. If you did find this video helpful and you want to see more like it, please make sure you just hit subscribe so you don't miss out on the uploads. And if you need help with one-to-one customized coaching so you can get results just like Aidan who I showed you there, I'll post a link to my one-to-one online application form in the bio. Essentially what I would ask you to do is just fill out a short application form so we learn more what your goals are, what you need help with. We'd hop on a one-to-one Zoom call and then we'd see if we'd be a good fit for each other. But that is all for this week's episode. Gonna consume my final meal, and that'll be enough for one full day of eating. Peace.